Season 1 of Secondary Beam Rewards just started. This is one of the biggest crypto gaming ecosystems on the planet, one of the best funded ones as well. I'm going to be breaking it down as someone that has over $1 million worth of node tokens delegated directly to our validators. I have the information you need, so let's get right into it. And right before, I'd like to go ahead and shout out Beam themselves in the community. I mean, it's been an enormous amount of support ever since we got into the ecosystem. If you didn't know, I'm an Avalanche ambassador and have been pushing for a lot of initiatives on the background, just not directly attributed to Beam, but Beam has been a beneficiary of this. On our node delegations, if you didn't know, I get into a lot of nodes. I run a ton of different nodes, and to date, we have over $1 million worth of nodes at current prices, $2 million if you count it at the prices that people bought in the initial sale. Our uptime's good. We're here to go ahead and conquer. If you're looking to go ahead and stake your node tokens, who better than the one pushing initiatives on Beam? So let's get right into the foundation news for today. Forgotten Playland is cooking right now, and they're cooking quite a bit. In fact, over 40,000 hours of gameplay was watched on Twitch, and if you look at the page, over 100,000 downloads on their first week is here with over 21,000 people actively playing. That puts them comfortably in the most played games on the Epic Store, ahead of blockbuster AAA titles such as Alan Wake 2, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, God of War, and more. This, of course, is powered on Beam, and that's going to lead to more transactions, which is going to lead to more rewards if you're someone that is staking Beam or having node tokens, because that's one of the big selling points. The spheres on Beam, which, by the way, don't buy them on the primary markets. They're much more expensive. I think it's like $3,000 per node. If you buy them on secondary right now, the website is sphere.market. That is where Beam is doing their things. I'm going to put it in the link in the description so you don't have to look for it. The floor price is about $683, which, considering where the market is right now, is actually pretty good. I mean, that's really good for where the market is doing right now. So nodes have been proven to be more resilient than the actual token itself, which, typically speaking, for node ecosystems, that's the case. Nodes will continue to pace above. Maybe the X's aren't as high, but the stability is there, which is why kind of the long-term thesis here for Beam nodes continues to be a thing. In terms of the Beam nodes, Season 1 has officially began. It started on the 1st of April. This is exactly what you need to know. Now, there's primary rewards you're going to be getting. These are transactions on chain. These right now aren't going crazy. Yeah, we are getting, Forgotten Playland. We're getting a couple games that are getting some traction, but most of the rewards are going to be from these secondary rewards. These secondary rewards are very, very, very important. They're generated fees collected across the Beam ecosystem. These as well have a validator incentive grant, and they're going to be using part of their big old package called the Validator Incentive Grant, which is exactly what we want and is what is going to give us most of our rewards. These are seasonal validator incentive grants by the Beam Foundations from their treasury. And their treasury right now has over $238 million. That is a lot of money, because look at the treasury, 238 mil. The token is at 318 mil market cap. And if you know anything about crypto, they could easily pump this over $1 billion and probably not bat a sweat. That is how much capital $238 million is. With this being said, I would not want them to do that. That would be a terrible financial decision to go ahead and do. But it shows the stability. It shows that they're not going to be going anywhere while most crypto gaming projects are beginning to lose funding. Beam is prepared for the long term, which is why right now they're being so resilient during these dark market times. Other things, this is Arkham VIP. You have to pay to get it, but I got it for you. So I'll go ahead and share you the details you need to know. So the open interest is very low, very, very low on Beam, which I find really interesting. That means that volume is kind of tapering off. Some of that speculation on shorts, not as high as they were before. $3 million, it's a decent amount of capital, but not like we had before at 30 mil. 30 mil was a very volatile time for Beam. We're going through a pretty wishy-washy, choppy phase for Beam, which is okay if you're holding nodes. That's never been a bad thing. A good example of that has been Aether. Aether's price, if you look at it from the second that it launched, looks bad, right? Looks like it's down 51%. But if you held nodes, the valuation you got was sub 200 mil, and the valuation right now is over 5x higher than that. So even to this day, if you held nodes, you'd be doing significantly better than if you held the token. And that's going to be the same for pretty much every node ecosystem. Mirio is another one. This one hit all-time lows 21 hours ago, and yet I got instant ROI the second this thing pumped. So the same is probably going to happen for Beam. There's no guarantee, obviously. You know, there's still risk attributed to holding crypto. Crypto is very volatile. But my thesis here is they have the funding to make it work. A lot of crypto gaming projects are going to consolidate to these projects with funding. Beam's one of those. They're going to benefit. They're on AVAX. As you can see here, they've got the little AVAX logo there. So if you're bullish on Avalanche, you're also going to be bullish on Beam. Merit Circle has been a key player in the Avalanche ecosystem, especially for gaming, for a very, 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 very long time. They also have roots to the Middle East. They got grants, and that is good for stability. We love to see that, and that is good because the Middle East has been big into gaming. They've been funding tons of games. And so if they're betting on Beam, then I think that's going to be good, at least from a risk to reward standpoint, which is why we ended up investing over $20,000 into Beam nodes at this stage. And of course, our validators, they also cost money to go ahead and keep. And so my thinking here is if you haven't already, this is the time to stake. If you haven't staked your Beam, if you haven't staked your node tokens, you're missing out on rewards, you're missing out on money. Here's what you need to know. Well, to go ahead and claim them, you click this button right here, this claim button. You might need the Core wallet, which if you don't already use the Core crypto wallet, you should be, because gas fees on Avalanche specifically are free. They're being subsidized on Core. So you get 100% free gas fees on Core. I've heard some people also say that Rabby, that is another crypto wallet, allows you to get free gas fees through some little workaround they have. But Core is where they're doing it directly. Most people on Avalanche are using Core. So if you're someone that has been struggling from other wallets to get onto Beam, please just use the Core crypto wallet. That's where everybody in AVAX is doing it. So claim, if you're going to go ahead and bridge, because you're going to need to bridge some of your Beam to the L1, especially if you're going to be staking it, you go to this website here, bridge.onbeam.com. I'll also leave it in the description. You don't click any scam links. You have this thing right here. You select a token where you want it to be. So let's say I want to throw it from Avalanche to Ethereum. That's it. Literally, this is it. You put the amount you want, so 69, and then boom, you have it, you bridge it, and you're done. If you want to put it on Beam, which is where you're going to stake it, so if you're trying to stake, please have some there and save them for gas fees. It's almost instant. It's really cheap. There's no reason to complain. It's very easy to do. You go ahead, Beam Avalanche to Beam, boom, you're done. And then you go onto the delegation page, search up Jesus. So you search up Jesus there, you'll see my 3 validators. These 2 are full, so thank you all for the support, but these are full, so you're not going to be able to stake your node tokens there. You're going to go ahead and slap it here. Slap it right there onto this one right here with 47 stake node tokens, and you'll be all right. I'm thinking if crypto gaming is going to survive, which I do think that the crypto games with proper funding are going to survive, the ones with said funding are going to do very well. They're going to do very well because all of the other crypto games are going to need a home, and they're going to be able to pick it up for scraps, just like Avalanche did during the bear market in 2023. So let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Thank you for watching the video. As always, like and subscribe, stay classy, and that is all.